We're ready, Guruji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
We just started our Yoga Teachers Training course on Friday. So today I'm going to discuss Raja Yoga, the yoga of the study of the mind and learn how to control it. So, to begin our meditation, I'm going to chant some mantras. These mantras are called moksha mantras. Moksha means liberation. Mantras that help you to uplift your consciousness to reach that state where you experience your divinity. Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Om
Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Namo. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya
Sit up straight. Make the spine, neck and head in one vertical straight line. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly and continuously. Continue breathing. Now let the breath flow normally in and out. Now consciously withdraw the mind from all thoughts and distractions and focus the mind at the point between the eyebrows. This point is referred to as the Ajna Chakram, third eye. It is the seat of consciousness. Train your mind to rest at that point. Every time you become aware that your mind has moved away, bring it back to this point of focus. In time with practice, you'll become aware of a throbbing, pulsating sensation at that point. The moment you become aware of that pulsation, it will naturally attract your mind to go deeper within, to experience deeper levels of Shanti. Shanti means peace. To further assist in developing this focus and concentration, you can use a mantra. I recommend that you use the mantra to do what is called japa. Japa is a continuous repetition of the mantra. You could use Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, using the rhythm of the pulsation at that point. Om Namah Shivaya. If not, just simply, mentally, continuously repeat Om, Om, mentally. Keeping your mind on one mantra, one idea, one thought is a way to develop focus and concentration. To the extent that you're able to do this, that's the extent to which you will experience shanti, peace of mind. In the beginning, you'll experience that the agitation in the mind become less and less. So we continue silently, attention at the third eye, and the continuous repetition of the mantra. Continue meditation with chanting. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pai Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshama.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahima. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshama.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pai Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahima.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshama.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshama.
Sarvana Bhava, Sarvana Bhava, Sarvana Bhava, Pahi Mam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshama.
Saravana Baba, Saravana Baba, Saravana Baba, Pahimam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshama.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshama.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshama.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahimam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshama.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshama.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hare Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Guru Sham.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param
Jai Ram, Just couple days and you're all chanting so nicely. So amazing. So tonight I will introduce to you another raga. It's called Bhim Palasi. And I will sing what is called a bhajan. Bhajans are like hymns. Sometimes they are philosophical in meaning, sometimes they are in praise of the divine. Okay? And then I'll also chant a mantra in that same raga. Okay? Nisagama panisa Sanidhapamapagama-pa Gama-garisa Ninisa Gama-pa-gama-garisa Sanidhapamapagama-pa-gama-garisa Ninisa Gama-pa-gama-garisa
Sagama-pa-nisa Sanidhapamapagama-pa-gama-pa-gama-garisa Nisa Gama-pa-gama-garisa
राम नाम की लूट है लूट सके तो लूट अंत समय पछताएगा जब प्राण जाए छूट भजोरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि भाई राम गोविंद हरि जोरे भाई राम गोविंद जोरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि 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 जप तप साधन कछु नहीं लागत जप तप साधन कछु नहीं लागत कर छत नहीं डमरी भजोरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि भजोरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि संतति संपत्ति सुख के कारण संतति संपत्ति सुख के जास्या भूलू परी संतति संपत्ति सुख के कारण जास्या भूलू परी जास्या भूलू परी खजूरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि खजूरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि खजूरे भाई राम गोविंद कहत कबीरा राम नहीं जामुख कहत कबीरा राम नहीं जामुख तामुख दूरी जोरे भाई राम गोविंद हरि जोरे भाई राम गोविंद जोरे भाई राम गोविंद श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
राम जय राम जय जय राम
With all
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Ram Jai Ram Jai
Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Ram Jai Ram
नारायण को भजन करो नारायण को भजन करो भजन तुम्हारी,
मुक्ति न हो बिना भजन तुम्हारी।
नारायण को भजन करो,
नारायण नामो भजन करो।
क्या काशी जावे, क्या मथुरा जावे, काशी जावे, क्या मथुरा जावे, क्या केदार जावे, क्या बदरी जावे, क्या केदार जावे, क्या बदरी जावे, क्या पर्वत बना फिर तू अनारी, मुक्ति न हो बिन भजन तुम्हारी, मुक्ति न हो बिन भजन तुम्हारी, नारायण को भजन करो,
नारायण नामो भजन करो।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम
नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम I'm so amazed. I'm so happy. There you guys. After 2 days, chanting so nice, divinely. Such divine vibration, inspiration. I must be a very good teacher. Good or great? Okay. Divine. I agree with you. So the bhajan I sang, the first one, the saint is inspiring you to be truthful, be honest, be straightforward, and always chant the name of God. Keep God in your mind all the time. And that's what mantra means. Mantra means that it protects the mind. And every mantra that we are chanting here, they're called moksha mantras. Mantras for liberation. Moksha. And each one of these mantras is associated with some aspect of the divine. So if you keep the mantra in your mind, you mean you're having God in your mind all the time, so there is no place for negativity, idle thoughts, negative thoughts. So this is how you protect your mind. You see? So most times you're involved in our job, in our business, and work, and it doesn't demand your 100% attention or focus. So the mind goes into all kind of unnecessary thoughts. You keep your mantra in your mind, and your mind is always in that positive, divine state of vibration. You'll find that at the end of the day, you're not so exhausted, you're not so stressed. And it doesn't cost you anything. I'm explaining the meaning of this bhajan. It doesn't cost you anything to chant the name of God, to repeat your mantra, to do sadhana, asana, pranayama, and so on. It doesn't cost you anything. How do you get this knowledge? Take advantage of the opportunity whenever you have the opportunity to be in the presence of yogis, saints, rishis, guru. Take advantage of it. It's very precious. It's from them that you are learning, getting this knowledge, how to live a divine life, a life that helps you to experience this fullness that you are. The other bhajan I sang, Narayana ko bhajana karo, mukti na ho bina bhajana tumari. Liberation is not possible unless you chant the name of God, unless you keep God in your mind. Chanting the name of God, bhajan, kirtan, mantras, is such an easy way to experience your divinity. Easy way to uplift your consciousness, to elevate it. And you enjoy it all the time. Your mind is in a very blissful state. He went on to say that you do not have to go to Kashi, Mathura, Machu Picchu and all these places to find God. God is all the time omnipresent, everywhere, all the time with you. You are that divine. You are this temple of God. And wherever you are, it is appropriate for you to worship God, to remember God, glorify God. You don't have to go this side, that side, looking for God everywhere. You guys are here, you're attracted here because of your desire to want to learn yoga so that you uplift yourself, maintain good health, to gain and maintain good health, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, and so on. And you have that desire to want to offer it to other people. It's the greatest, amazing gift that you can give people. The gift of good health and peace of mind. And that's all you learn here. And in these 2 weeks, you'll get a very nice foundation of all these aspects of yoga. And most important, you'll understand really what yoga is. Yoga is really for enlightenment. Yoga is to take you to that state where you experience your divinity. From the very beginning, you're told that you are divine. You are the spirit, the soul, the Atman. That is who you are, what you are. And that divinity is functioning through these 3 bodies: the physical body, astral body, causal body. We experience this world of objects, emotions, and thoughts. And most important, experiencing all of that only to bring you to this understanding that I am divine. More and more you're able to withdraw the mind from the external, going within more and more, elevating your mind, your consciousness to that level. You're able to experience that I am divine. In Raja Yoga, we started that today, Raja Yoga. In the very beginning, you're told that if you can bring that mind to that state of quietness, peacefulness, then you are in awareness of your divinity. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the control of the thought waves in the mind. And that's all it is. So once you understand that, and you're now involved in a systematic step-by-step practice and discipline to refine and purify these 3 bodies and all these systems in it, more and more the light of the self will be shining through in its divine splendor. And you could see there is no limit to it. The only limit is when you reach enlightenment, you know, I am divine. Experiencing it, not just theoretically knowing, oh, I am divine and God is everywhere and so on. But you're encouraged to experience that. That is called enlightenment. It's called God realization, self-realization, whatever word you want to use for it. It's called moksha. Moksha means liberation. And liberation means you're liberated from illusion, delusion, superstition. This is what keeps you in bondage, in ignorance. So with right guidance, right knowledge, right practice, you'll find that either gradually or rapidly, you're able to accelerate this process of unfoldment or enlightenment, however you want to relate to it. And that's what yoga is about. It so happens that most people are introduced to yoga on the physical level, because this is where most people feel the need to improve their health and so on. But then you come here, you understand that improvement and so on is not just physically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually. So when we talk about health, it's not just of this physical body. In fact, in the yogic terminology or understanding, when we say body, we're talking about the three bodies, not just physical body. So physical body, astral body, causal body. That is why you're finding now that even in the physical aspect, you say, I'm doing Hatha Yoga. You experience that helps you to experience this fullness. You're releasing all the tension and stiffness from the physical body. You're also experiencing the prana, the energy, the life force. How energetic it is, how it's recharging your every cell in your body, you feel it. Chanting the name of God, mantras and so, you feel uplifted. Emotions and mind is uplifted to a higher state. You feel blissful. Not just pleasure, but you experience bliss. And if you're not, you can. It is possible for you. Those of you who really completely surrender to it, that's why the moment you open your mouth, man, it just flows out. Huh? But if you sit there, oh, I can't, I don't know what language, what are he saying, and all this nonsense. Experience, it just flows out. For many years, I used to practice meditation and so on. When I met my music guru, started to study music as a form of yoga, Nada Yoga, and I realized what an amazing system it is, what an amazing tool to really develop focus, concentration. And that's what Raja Yoga is about, for you to experience upliftment and peacefulness of the mind and so. You have to develop focus and concentration. You have to develop attentiveness. Huh? There's so much therapy that you're experiencing while sitting there listening and practicing. So much therapy, man. You're freeing yourself from inhibition, doubts, developing confidence in your own self, your own abilities. And all of this comes to the extent that you're able to gain focus, concentration of the mind. So as you continue like that, the more and more the mind is becoming more and more calm and peaceful. In other words, it's reducing the agitation of the mind. And to the extent that that is happening, that's the extent to which you will gain control of your mind. Everything is possible in this world to the extent that you gain control of your mind. And control of the mind means you gain focus, concentration. Everything becomes possible. So this is what Raja Yoga is about. We are not going to go into too detailed study of it in this course. It's not possible. Here we are laying the foundation. However, we can summarize it. The summary of Raja Yoga is called Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga means 8 limbs, 8 steps. Okay? It's not a different way of doing asana that you are introduced to as Ashtanga Yoga. This is summary, 8 steps. Ashtanga means 8 limbs. The first limb is called Yama, Y-A-M-A, Yama. And these are vows that you're taking. If you want to gain control of your mind, you have to resolve that I'm going to follow these process, these disciplines. Yama. There are 5 yamas. Truthfulness, to be truthful, straightforward, honest, truthfulness. It's called Satyam, truthfulness. Then ahimsa, non-injury. Not to create injury or suffering to other beings, other human beings. Non-stealing. Not to take what doesn't belong to you. You want it, you have a desire for it, work for it. Learn how to get it. Non-stealing. Non-covetousness. The reason for this is it will disturb your mind, right? You see something that you like, you work towards it. In the Bible it's stated, thou shalt not covet thy, nor your neighbor's husband. I mean, these days it doesn't matter, wife, husband, you see. And the 5th is brahmacharya, means discipline of the senses. Discipline the senses, discipline the mind. People want to summarize it as don't get involved in sexual activity. And that's a distortion of what is really meant. People can be suppressing their sexual desires and so, but then it leaks out in other way where they eat uncontrolled. See? So it means discipline, live a life of discipline. Not overindulgence. Then you create all kind of bad habits and so on. So these are called yamas. Non-injury, non-lying, non-stealing, non-covetousness, and live a life of discipline. To be able to maintain these, there are 5 other called niyamas, 5 niyamas. The second limb is called niyamas, 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 right? And these are purity, purity in thoughts, in words, in deeds, purity, contentment. And that's a big problem of people. There's no contentment. You don't appreciate what you have. You're only hankering after what the neighbor has, or grass is green over the other side, and things like that. First, appreciate the blessings that you have. There's so much to be joyful about, man. So much to rejoice about. Name one of it. Being alive. I'm alive. I'm a human being. I'm healthy. And so on. So much to rejoice about. I have a guru that can guide me. I'm a human being. So purity, contentment, study. Here in this context here, what you're studying? About your own self, self-knowledge. Who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? What's my purpose here as a human being? What happens after death? Death means, there is no death, but only when I shed this body. What happens? And so on. Study. This is the kind of study that you're involved in. Austerity means tapas, it means how you put in practice this teaching, this knowledge. Austerity. Dedicating the fruits of your actions to God means you do your very best. Tell my Lord, I've done my best today. Tomorrow I'll do better. So these are the 5 niyamas. Examining these, you find that there's a foundation for any kind of sensible living man. There's a foundation. There's a spiritual life all over, yoga and all. There's a foundation for it because it directly impacts your mind. If you follow these yamas and niyamas, moral and ethical disciplines, you'll feel naturally that you have control of your mind. If you examine it closely, you'll see that if you violate these, then that is the cause of the disturbance in your mind. You see? All your misery and suffering and agitation in your mind is due to violating or not living according to these rules and laws. So we were talking about the soul passing through all these mediums like mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, all the time struggling to express itself for the body that you embody in to survive and so on. So that is what you harvest, that is what you accumulate, that is the impressions that are left in you. When you transit into the human species, that is what predominates. This drive to survive. But this is why, lust, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, envy, it leads to a lot of fear and so on. It's the effect of moving through these different species and levels, prompted by the need to survive and so on. So as a human being, this is why this lower nature, animalistic nature, predominates in your personality. So when we talk about spiritual life, or you want to improve yourself spiritually and so, this is what you have to pay attention to. The more you're able to rise above these, the more you can say, I'm evolving, even as a human being. How do you rise above it? By substituting the opposite. Love, compassion, mercy, generosity, patience, forgiveness, tolerance, and so on. These are really the human nature. The lower level, the lower nature is animalistic nature. People without understanding, they think, to be lustful, to be greedy, to be hateful is human. It's not human. So when you can rise above the lower nature, to the extent that you are inculcating these higher values of love, compassion, mercy, generosity, then you can say, I am now a human being. So this is what you have to pay attention. In fact, not only in Raja Yoga you have Yama and Niyama. In Hatha Yoga, there are 10 Yamas and 10 Niyamas. In the very beginning, have you went to a Hatha Yoga class and they tell you about Yama and Niyama? No. But that's the very beginning, isn't it? Because it's a foundation for any kind of higher evolution, man. It's a foundation. And you experience that within your own life, your own self. The more I'm able to express love, compassion, generosity, tolerance, patience, charity, the more you feel expansive, isn't it? The more you see a person who is greedy and selfish and hateful and jealous, envious, what do you feel about that person? That person is so puny, man, so disgusting. So that's the yama niyama. All religion, this is what they teach. And that is all is necessary. You live according to that, your mind will become purified. Jesus said, in pure heart shall see God. Isn't it? In poetic terminology, when you say heart, you're really talking about the mind. To purify the heart. If that is all, then you just take out the heart and wash it out, purify it, and you're okay. But the pure in mind shall see God. If you followed my teaching, that Jesus said, if you follow my teaching, your mind will become purified and you shall see God. Meaning you realize who you are, that you're divine. You'll come to that same point where you experience, I and my Father one, He is in me, I am in He, I am that. I am that pure consciousness. I am that transcendent being. All His teachings, man, is absolute knowledge. He said, no man cometh unto the Father but through me. And that creates so much of confusion in humanity. You cannot experience the transcendent reality which He called the Father unless you come through me, means follow my teaching. Be loving, be kind, be generous, be forgiving. Then your mind will become purified and you shall see God. You shall experience your transcendent reality, that you are divine. That's called enlightenment. Enlightened to the truth that I am divine. That's the goal. That's the purpose. And you don't have to go anywhere to find that. Kashi, Mathura, this place, that place. That thou art, your very own self. Just go within more and more. Elevate your consciousness. If you're dreaming and you want to wake up, do you have to go somewhere to wake up? Right here, the dreamer becomes the waker. Just your state of consciousness. The same way to realize who you are, that you are divine, you don't have to go anywhere for it. Just raise your consciousness, purify the mind, follow the discipline, and you experience. So you're given a fight, it becomes calm, steady, peaceful. Then you become aware of yourself without any distortion. We have our pond there. When everything is quiet and peaceful, it's like a glass, isn't it? Like a mirror. You can see the reflection of yourself. The moment you take a pebble and throw it in, what happens? Everything becomes distorted. Even the landscape, but when you look, you see there is no earthquake or so, but only the reflection there. The same thing with the mind. When the lake of the mind is disturbed with thoughts, then you're only identifying with the disturbance, with the thoughts. You want to realize, experience really who you really are, you have to still the mind, bring the mind to the state of quietness, peacefulness. And the first step is yama niyama, moral and ethical disciplines. So when people try to impress you and that is so difficult, this technique, that technique. Very simple. Live a sensible life based on these high values. In fact, that should be a natural thing for people. You shouldn't have to practice to be truthful, practice to be honest, practice to be loving. It should be a natural way of living, man. In a cultured home, cultured society, you're encouraged to be truthful, to be honest, to be sincere, to be loving, to be kind. I was so blessed to be born in a poor condition, a poor village, poor home. I was sheltered from all these things that you guys are exposed to, man, from childhood. And all my mother and father have to tell me, that long lecture about yama, niyama, and all of this. Be a good boy. And in the village, you're not a good boy, the neighbors spank you. They all take responsibility. Then you cry and you come home, auntie beat me up. Why? Because this, and she beat you up also. You listen, be a good boy. Then very early I became a Boy Scout. I was 11 years old. Trusting, loyal, helpful, brotherly, courteous, kind, obedient, smiling, thrifty, pure in body and mind. These are all yogic values, higher values, human values. A scout's honor is to be trusted. Whatever you say, man, should be the truth. You follow it, you live by it. Today it's so hard to find somebody whose honor you can trust. You ask them to borrow some money, you have to make will and this and, what do you call it? Contract and so. There your word is your bond. That kind of society I grew up in. If you're dying, if that person is dying and he didn't pay this person back his money, he will tell his children, you have to pay this person back that money or my soul will not rest. They take on the responsibility. That kind of simplicity and truthfulness. Grow up with that. As a Boy Scout, Scout laws and so. But trusting, your honor is to be trusting, trusted, loyal to your queen and country and leaders and so on. Of course, now you feel you're all this and that, but they're supposed to be the examples of where somebody, you're subject and so loyal to you. Helpful. You should be helpful to people in need and animals in need and so on. Brotherly. Everyone here are your brothers and sisters. In a short time you'll experience that, isn't it? All this distinction of nationality and color and race and all of that, religion, all of that. You leave it behind, man. Brotherly, courteous. Be courteous to elders and people. Kind. Kind to animals, kind to people. Obedient. Obedient to your parents, to your teacher, to your guru, to your elders. Listen to them. Smiling. Mean be pleasant, be cheerful, be joyful, happy. Thrifty, don't waste. Waste not, want not. It doesn't matter if you're rich and so, that doesn't mean you have to be wasteful. When I see that, it hurts me. You have more than you need, share it with other people. Pure in body and mind. Aren't these all yogic values that you're learning now? I grew up with that, man. I was 11 years old and that was reality to me. I used to wait for a weekend to come to be with my scout master. My parents were my first guru, my scout master and my second guru. My teachers as I went on through life. Always have that respect, that reverence for them. It doesn't matter whether a primary school teacher or whatnot. The foundation they had to lay for further education, knowledge, is very precious. I see these kindergarten teachers and kids, how much love they have to pour out to these kids, man, to nurture them. Now in this yoga ashram here, we have 2 kindergarten Montessori schools. And I see, and those teachers, they took my course, their yogic values, and from childhood now they're introducing these kids to yoga. Go to the deck, they're doing yoga. Every time they see me, Namaste Yogi Hari, Namaste Yogi. So beautiful. From childhood now they're growing up with values like that. Many years ago, when I came here, 1975, I gave a lecture at the university there. I talked about the need to introduce yoga to schools. Today, and my grandson going to even a Jewish school, kindergarten school. And he comes from, Nana, look what I can do, showing me postures and so on. And they're so happy. It changes their whole personality. Because people don't pay attention to simple things like children, they're giving them medication. They just label them something, ADT or whatever. Give them medication. Trap them from early years to become slaves or dependent on drugs. Yeah, since I came to this country, I never had health insurance. What is my health insurance? Yoga, man. Yoga. And I don't even think about it. I have to have health insurance. For most cases, it's a trap. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because everybody's conditioned that way. But for myself, I'm telling you. I believe in it. That's my conviction. I broke my back 8 years ago. Only yoga helped me. At the age of 22, I was growing up in the West here with this conditioning about medication. I became trapped with it. Medicated, incurable. The moment I got introduced to yoga, I didn't need all of that. Brought myself back to good health. At the age of 30, I was like a 16-year-old youth, man. So vibrant, energetic, happy. I was working for more money I ever dream I will work for. I was top in my profession, in my company. Very early, man, I realized that my life is not meant for just making money. 2 of my colleagues died, heart attack. In the Bahamas, that's all you pursue. Pleasure. I went back there, they're all dead, gone. You must know when you have enough. It is your responsibility to be successful. Nothing is immoral about it or evil about you being successful. You have right discrimination to know what to be involved in and what not to be involved in. Because the disease that you may develop in your mind by being crookish and cheating and lying and robbing and stealing, the money you get cannot compensate for that disease that you create in your mind and personality. This is what most people don't think about, man. Some people say, I don't care what I do. I'll do anything to get rich. Sell their soul to the devil for it. Think about it. You're involved in lust and greed and jealousy and envy and fear and 7 deadly sins. What are these? That's a demon that you're feeding and nourishing. Instead, nourish the devas, the God within you. Love, compassion, mercy, generosity, patience, tolerance, and so on. That's what you should nourish. And you'll see your whole life will change. Everything in your life will change. Some people they think, later on I'll think about God. Later on I'll think about spiritual life. They can rob and cheat and do whatever they want to do. Get involved in witchcraft, voodoo, black magic, and all these things. You get rich, what are you doing? You sell your soul to the devil, to the demon. What do you think happened to Jesus? When he got enlightenment, man, they said the devil tempted him. It's just your lower mind. You have within you the devil and the God and devil and demon and so on. The lower mind was tempting him. Jesus, you have all these powers, all these abilities. You can gain anything you want in this world. Take it, take it. All the pleasures you can have, all the wealth. Take it, take it. What did he say? Of what use is it for me to gain the whole world and lose my soul? Get thee behind me, Satan. When you reach that level, you must know that you have reached a very high state in your evolution. You know how many times people will tell, Yogi Hari, why don't you use your mind and get all rich how much you want, this, that. That's my experience. Why? Why trade my mind for that? The pearls of my mind. I'm happy, God gave me enough, man. I'm not starving, I'm in a country that you have to be afraid of freedom and this and that. I have a place to live in. Everywhere, every place I live, I call it my ashram. People are welcome to come and live with me and study with me and evolve. You think I look at these people with their big yacht and the this and the that, and I envy it? No, I feel sorry for them. Sorry means compassionate. I do not envy it. I have so much mango trees. Yes, till 2 years ago, I planted 100 different varieties because I'm greedy for mango. I can't even eat out one tree, man. But I delight in sharing it with people. Everything we do here, every tree we plant, everything, is only to make people feel comfortable and joyful, happy, and have a good experience. God blessed me with everything that we need to continue our sadhana. So blessed. I don't think there is any heaven better than this. Really. So, we'll continue our exposition on Raja Yoga. But this yama niyama, think about it, contemplate it in what I've expressed to you about the demonic nature, divine nature. And it's all within your abilities and your decision to follow either the divine or the demonic nature. And I encourage you to nourish the divine within you. Nourish that. Everything will be so different. Your life will be different. And those that come in contact with you, they'll be inspired. When you meet somebody with those qualities, you cannot help but want to prostrate to them. Not that they need your prostration, but you your own self feel uplifted, inspired. Working with Rama, associating with him, is such a blessing. Yeah. good health and peace. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavit Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Thou art Satchidananda. Thou art existence, knowledge and bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, anger, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever in our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever. Guru Satguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. All devotees Ki Jai. Have an amazing week.